Okay, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm dropping a reserve spawn guide. In the last video, I dropped a reserve guide, and if you've been following along with the series, then this is the spawn guide. After this video, I'm going to have a reserve tunnel guide that's also going to come out, so keep your eyes open for that. In this video, I'm going to go over all the different spawn locations, where you can look to move into the map safer, where you can look to get more aggressive, what your closest spawns are, where to look. By the time this video is over, the first 5 minutes are going to go from absolutely terrifying to your kills are going to go up, your survivals are going to go up, you're going to be moving around the map a lot faster, a lot quicker. I don't want to spend a lot of time on the opener, so if you like the video, please drop a like. More videos are going to be coming out like this in the near future, so drop a sub, help us grow, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. But let's hop into our first spawn point on reserve. Get it. Okay, so starting off with our first spawn point on reserve, we're gonna have the Scav extract by the mountains. There's the Scav extract, here's the tower that's in the corner, and then here's the rocks. The closest spawns to this are gonna be either up the tower right here, if you go up towards the hill and keep heading that way, or on the right side, on the opposite side of this little hill right there. There's a little bunker that we're gonna talk about shortly. If you want to have an easy spawn right here and you just want to get into the map, you can just run along the left side of this and then get straight into the pond building. By the time you make it into the pond building, you shouldn't have any worries about the radar spawn. If you want to get aggressive, then on your spawn to your right, they kind of have one of the worst spawns on the map. If you come up here and you hit prone, you should be able to catch anybody that comes running through the middle here. Granted, the only people that are going to be making this run just literally just have no idea how how to survive the opening minutes of reserve. This is the worst area that you can run through, but a lot of people do run through there. So if you come up here and hit this for, you know, like a good 10-20 seconds, then you're going to catch them rotating to you from the left right here. You might catch them going through the middle, or at the very least you can see them pushing along the right side, and then you know if you got people right here, or if you just need to move into your pond buildings. But let's move on to the E-bunker spawn over there. Okay, up next we have the E-bunker spawn. I'm actually down and inside the bunker just so you can see what it looks like. You kind of have this anti-air tank with the tires leaning up against it. If you get this spawn, this is the worst spawn that you could have on this map. What I like to do is immediately get out and over the backside of it, so that way I can not be in danger from the front over here. There's the angle that we were talking about from the previous spawn. Once you get back here, you have the ability to where you can either go up and around this way and then go towards the spawn that's over by the Scav extract, or you can move along the edge right here behind cover of the hills and then move towards the building. For obvious reasons, based off of the view that I showed you last time, I do not recommend making this run, even though it seems short. Just if they want to look at you, or if the spawn that's over there wants to look at you, you need to get lucky twice to make this run. I feel like the extra like minute or so, 30 seconds to just be safe and either move around that way and then in, or down this way and then into the train station before I head up. There are two E-bunker spawns. There's this one, and then there's the one on the far side of the map over here. I do consider this one to be the worst one. They're both not great, but this one is definitely the worst just because that spawn has a hill right here that you almost always get that spawn. And then there's some spawn over here, so they can either run through the gate and come get eyes. They could just spawn right here and get eyes. It's just a really bad spawn, and it's more worthwhile to just take an extra couple of steps to be as safe as possible. Okay, so the first two spawns are taken care of. Let's go ahead and move over to the co-op extract spawn. Okay, this is the co-op extract spawn. You can spawn anywhere from in the dirt on the first floor right here, or right here in the front side of the building by the actual extract itself. If you get any of these close spawns either inside the building or right next to the building, then your nearest closest spawns are either going to be probably the E-bunker across the way on the Scav extract over there, And on the other side of the hill, you're probably going to have where the next gate is on the inside of these containers, or on the start of the hill right over here. If you want to have an easier time, really this spawn has some pretty good cover. So if you want to just kind of hang out for a little bit, see if anybody's going to rotate to you before you move in, you're definitely able to do that. If you quickly want to head into the map and not waste too much time, then you can actually run down this right here and get into either of the med building or the pond building. And if you're looking to get aggressive, you can come up and get cover along by the containers and look this way. If the E-bunker spawn is making a run for it, then you're going to be able to catch them. By the time you're right here, they should be kind of like over here in the open, kind of halfway through. Pretty easy shots if you know where you're looking for. While there's not much of a reason to clear out this way, just because it's a super long rotation, it's not very safe, it's not very useful. You're pretty much just putting yourself in danger, but really don't go that way. If you are looking for action, you are able to kind of go through here and head into the train yard, either that way to the backside, or if you want to head straight in. A lot of different angles that you can attack the spawns in this direction by cutting them off. If you get this spawn and you spawn a little bit further along the wall, then chances are your most likely spawns are going to be the far spawn over there, and then you can actually get a spawn that's going to be right here next to the other side of the wall. So if you get that spawn and you head this way, and the person who gets this spawn comes through here, you could be fighting like extremely quickly. If you do get this spawn over here, best thing to do is just to run in and try to get eyes, clear the corner, see if they're making a move. If you want to be extra sure, you can come through right here and just take a peek and make sure that whoever spawned over here moved in a different direction. That way you can move up the hill or down the road right here and not have an issue. But let's head over to the train yard and move to our next spawn location. Okay, not going to talk too much about this spawn, but this is what the spawn on the other side of the hill looks like. With this spawn, you have the option of going through the door. If you go that way, you can just keep going and make a fast sprint for it. There is a small chance that you're going to get that other spawn that's going to be making the same run, and if they're quick about it as well, then you could be getting shot in the side or the back. So if you do go through here, it's better to kind of just clear the side right here, make sure no one's near or around you, and then move in. You can also head this way, move straight into the train yard, and even attack the side spawns by going this way. Okay, so this is the first spawn point inside the train yard. It's going to be on the back side over here by the shipping containers. If you get this spawn, then best chance for spawn locations are going to be over by the building, probably just on the other side, either the close spawn or the one that's out in the field, but it's going to be right over here. Your next spawn right here is going to be either on the inside of the bunker down inside, or on the right side of the hill, either all the way down by the buildings or on the back side right here. This spawn, you can move quickly into the train station area and make it through to the other side kind of before anybody else does. So if you do it fast, then you shouldn't have too much of an issue. If you want to head towards the pawn and major buildings, then going and clearing towards the corner and clearing that building is probably going to be your safest bet before you move in. If you head this way, you can obviously get aggressive by heading and taking the fight over by the top of the bunkers. But let's move over to the bunker area and see what we got. Okay, so this is the Hermetic Door bunker area spawn. There's the Hermetic Door that needs the button push in order to go down. This is the Scav bunker, has the food storage down there. You can use this to rotate to the other side of the train yard and just move around the middle lower side of the map a little bit easier. I consider this spawn and the spawn that's going to be over here on the hill. This hill spawn can spawn anywhere, kind of like in this little valley right here, up on top of this side, or even on the back side right here. I think of these two spawns as the same spawn. If you spawn anywhere right here, then you are probably going to again have your wide left spawn that can either move towards you or away from you. And on your right, if you're spawning in this location, you're either going to have maybe the far building spawn. If not right here, it's going to be up over by the train station. So if you want to get aggressive, you can hit the outer edge and push towards those locations expecting a fight. And if you want to have a little bit easier of a time, then whether I already spawned down there or if I spawned out here, you can hit the little top area right here and then go inside bunker, go down underneath, and then use the underneath to rotate and pop up either over there or outside the building right here. But let's move over to the south corner spawns. Okay, these are the marked room buildings. I just call them that just because right here you have a pretty decent marked room for weapons. So if you get this key early, it could be a really good key to run just to get your weapon stash up pretty good. With this spawn, you're going to have the spawn either over by the shipping containers south of the train crash area or on this side of the wall, but pushed all the way up against the scav extract over here. And then this way, you're probably going to have the spawn that's going to be over here on the corner by the grass. If not right there, probably the fuel tankers that are on the other side of the train extract building. With this spawn, if you head up this way, most of these spawns don't have a reason to head down unless they just are trying to fight. So a lot of them are going to head into the map. So going this way is going to be pretty easy. If you head this way, you're kind of heading towards your engagements. So if you want to, you can either get up and over and then get into the bunker and then rotate under. Or if you don't run into a fight up here and you're looking for a fight, then you can move into the train area. And then after the train area, you're super close to the medical building, to the night building. It just makes it super easy to get into the next engagement wherever it might pop up at. Now let's move over to the train spawns. Okay, this is the train spawn. With this spawn, you can spawn inside the building. You can spawn behind the building directly next to the little guard tower thing right here for the train. I even like to include the spawns that are going to be up here along the grass all with the same spawn. You can spawn anywhere from right here. This is a pretty good spawn because depending on what you want to do, you're right in the middle. If you want to get aggressive, you can come out this backside and play towards the hill and put pressure on whoever's spawning in this area. If you want to move and check for boss spawn, then you can push through right here and start tucking grenades. If they're right here, you're gonna be able to see them. If he's gonna be over at the night buildings over there, you're gonna be able to get there quick. Pretty good spawn for that. If you want to take advantage of your location and come this way and cut off the field spawn before they make it to the night building running this way, you can run down this way, move along the backside of the car right here, and then along the building. And by making it to right here, you have access to where the field spawns are running from. Just makes it really easy to cut them off. This is just a really good spawn altogether. It gives you a lot of options. Okay, this is the first spawn in the second field located in the top right of the map. There's the train yard and then there's radar. So this is the top right. If you get the spawn that's on this side of the train car, but it's not the front of the fuel tankers right here, if you run through the barbed wire, come up through here, by the time you hit right here, if the bunker spawn is running through, you should be able to get shots from pretty much like right here. You also have the option that you can come along through the ditch. Usually it's pretty safe, but if you get shots put on you, then there's just really no cover, so you kind of in a tough spot, but most of the time you're usually okay. If you want to move into at the top of the buildings, you can also come down this way and go along the edge. Once you reach the corner though, it's kind of dangerous just because the radar spawns can put shots down this way with relative ease. So if you are going to come this way, you kind of want to go through the middle a little bit, but not like through the middle. Okay, and right here is the second bunker spawn. This is the second worst spawn. These trees right here and right here are kind of misleading. This is a long run to go down this and make it all the way to the K buildings. By the time you get to the next opening, which is going to be right here, you're pretty much going to be out of stamina. So This is even more misleading than the one that's over there. At least the other one shows you that you're in the open. This is just a really long run. I highly recommend that you do not make that. Otherwise, you can head across down here and move into the building, go down. You can move into the K buildings through that way. If you want to move into the top side right here, I recommend coming along the top right here by the tank. On this top side, you kind of don't want to be completely behind the bunkers, because over here on the side, radar is going to be able to lay down and put shots on you. Very common that happens. I usually like to come kind of like up and over, so that way I can get cover from where the radar is at all times. If I'm in this field, I just don't want to be seen by radar. I could, if I get shot right here, I could always go and lay prone before I stand up and move. Coming down this way again gives you cover. You can move through this way. This is one of the other spawns. Typically this spawn will be able to move into the top side right here. If you want to go through the top side, there's a break in the chain right here that allows you to get behind the wall. If you don't want to go this way, you are able to come through right here. Most common from the fields is they're either going to enter into the night building, they're going to go through right here and then enter the building, or go through over here. I actually like, if there's a lot of fighting going along through here, or a lot of running and a lot of gunfights, nades, whatever, you can actually come through on the top side right here. Don't stop and running until you get out of the view of radar. So either if you want to come this way and go into the building that's blown up right there, or if you want to come this way, just get behind cover before you stop running, just so you don't end up getting headshot. It's the most annoying thing in the world to be running right here, stop running, and then just boom, you just die right here just because you stopped running. But once you're up here, you're into the map, and way easier to rotate around. But let's move right over here to the parking lot spawn. All right, this is the parking lot spawn. That's at least what I call it. This is kind of like God spawn. You're in between the two night buildings. The queen building's right there. Radar's up there. Pretty much had to do whatever you want. If you want to head and start looting, you can head into the ST room. If you want to go and hit the night buildings and pick up loot from there. If you want to go on top of the night building and come up here and get eyes and take shots on whoever's rotating around the map, you're going to be the first person to do so. There's even so many angles that you can get eyes on pretty large area of radar, and as soon as you see movement, snipe whoever's laying down or trying to get angles up at radar. This is a really good spawn. This is a pick and do whatever you want to do map, or kind of spawn. The map is kind of yours, and you're gonna be able to get to wherever you want, either first or very, very close behind first. Kind of similar to this spawn as well is you have the spawns over here by the fuel tanks. They're a little bit further away, a little bit more towards the top middle part of the map. These spawns right here, you can spawn like right here or on this side. These ones are extremely good if you're trying to go underneath or rotate to any of the buildings as well. You can get quickly into the white pawn building. You can go through the backside and end up in the queen building. If you want to go up radar, you can go up radar this way, you can go up radar that way. Pretty much another god spawn, just you're out in the open a little bit more, so quickly decide what you want to do and then move there and take advantage of your spawn. If you get this spawn and there is a radar spawn, it's going to be further back than they're going to have to run to the front to get view. There are a few spawns up there that are like that. Here you have on the other side of the black pawn building at the first spawn that we spoke about, and there's a front night spawn like kind of over here. Those are going to be your closest spawns. Chances are, unless though you get that close night spawn in the parking lot, chances are wherever you make it to, you're going to be the first one there. So just expect someone's going to be rolling through if you're the first one there. But let's head up to radar. Okay, this is the radar spawn. You can spawn anywhere from kind of on the backside here down along the backside of the hill. You can spawn up here on the top side. You can spawn kind of back here towards the backup extract. Really good vantage point from over here. So you have a lot of people that if they're on that side, they'll post up and look towards the scav side. If they get this front or back side, a lot of people will come up over here, and then here are those angles that I was talking about. So if you come all the way along the back side, you don't have a lot of cover, and it's just going to come down to whether you're better at dodging rounds and I'm better at slinging them. Also, why you want to not walk right here, put shots on you, watch, just kind of watch where your view is from here. I don't like staying up here. I think it's pretty common. I think that's something that a lot of people look for. So I'll usually come over here, do a quick scan, see if I can catch the end of somebody moving. Like, oh, okay, I saw them at least moving into the night building. So let's go head them off. Also up here, you have the D2 spawn. In order to get to the D2 spawn, you come down here. You can already spawn down here. You just keep moving down and go down the spiral, and then you'll be down into D2. I hope if you get this spawn, you're not using it to camp. You're a camper in this map. That is like, you're like the bane of Tarkov. But that way leads you into the back way of bunker. Okay. One of the final spawns that you can get is actually down in the bunker. I actually don't get this spawn too often. It is pretty good if you want to push the button and get the raiders. This is also God spawn. If you want to do any task that has to do with down here in the bunker, you can either get the documents very quickly, you can get the discovery of the bunker really easy, you can make your run along the outside edge extremely fast if you need to get your hermetic doors. Or if you need anything back the way that we had just came down this way to D2, it's better to get down there before campers set up. So this is one spawn I wouldn't be afraid of going down into D2 with, but only if you're making it very quickly, because even if you have this spawn and you take a long time down here, by the time you get down this way, then somebody from the D2 spawn or someone that just ran up to D2 could have already gone the back way and set up anyways, and you're just going to be mad once you get there. If you guys like this reserve spawn deep guide, then keep a lookout for my tunnel guide that's going to be coming out shortly after this in the next few days. In that video, we're going to go over the different ways that you can use the underground to move around the different parts of the map and how you can flank certain areas super quickly. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. A lot of you guys have requested a Discord server, so I took the liberty of setting one up. If you want to hang out in the Discord and learn about when the next video is going to go up, when the stream is going to go live, even if you just want to hang out chat, feel free to check that out. I'm going to leave a link down in the description. I am also getting pretty close to setting up a stream schedule. Because of my work schedule and the fact that I work full time, I will probably have to have an early morning stream schedule. But if we continue to grow, then I should be able to expand on that to better and longer times. But like always, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Keep your eyes open for the next ones to come out. I love hearing all your guys' comments and reactions to the videos. If you guys need anything, you can always reach me inside the Discord server. That's it for this video. My name's Nicholas, and I'll see you in raid.